America is fascist now, and we can't ignore it. Okay, so I don't really know where to start or how to start on a topic like this, but I can't just sit and say nothing, do nothing. I have to do anything no matter how small because shit just hit the fan a few days ago. Actually, a few weeks ago, because I was sick when the election happened and when I originally wrote the script. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded or streamed in a long time. My hiatus happened because I was moving and mental health stuff but my PC setup is now ready to work again. And this is the video we are returning with? Really? You gotta be freaking kidding me. Now, I was sick the day the election winner was determined and has been sick until today, which is why this video is like, I don't know how late. I wrote most of the script right after the election, but this part here is from a week after, and I was still sick then, so super sorry the video is super late to the party. And I do need to say this. This video will be talking about a lot of shitty things. Like abortion bans, transphobia, sexual assault of the worst kinds, and genocide. So if you aren't in the right mind space to do, or to deal with something like that, feel free to jump off right here. I won't blame you. Take care of your mental health first. Be wary of your triggers. It's okay. But I wanted to make this video because I wanted to speak directly to everyone internationally and especially my fellow Europeans. Trump was elected. Trump is now the fascist leader of the United States of America, and this has serious international ramifications. You may think you can afford to ignore this. You may think that because the US is over there, that it won't hurt you over here, that shit happens all over the world, and it's none of your concern. And there is comfort in that. Close your eyes, don't look at it, don't feel the dread of everything that happens to them over there, because you don't know how to emotionally process the atrocities from over there. But here's the thing, it isn't even remotely true. The fact is that America is the capitalist center of the world. Everything that happens over there has ripple effects in the rest of the world. Don't believe me? Think about how American media shapes our perception of what is considered the norm the world over. How the most popular superhero flicks influence our idea of a suburban area. How the economy in America and who they trade with affects which countries gets to grow richer and which are gonna starve. Think about the fact that the internet, for how global it is. When you are on the international English-speaking internet, most things are American influenced. Google, Facebook, everything, it's American. America is a superpower nation, and everything from the social media to politics affects all of us. And the way Trump is going to handle his presidency will have consequences and ripple effects for the rest of the world. Trump has already said he plans to deport 20 million people from the US. People who are not going to disappear into thin air when they leave the US. People who will be separated from their family and loved ones and forced upon the rest of the world. And when they are at our doorstep asking for asylum, we need to be there with open arms so we can help these people who are going to be traumatized by America's current president to hell and back. That is, if he gets that far. For you see, deporting 20 million people are not an insignificant amount, and it turns out that to even pull off that shit, Trump will have to deport them in batches and temporarily hold them in some sort of custody, which America does not have the infrastructure for, so they will have to make temporary jails for these 20 million people that they will have to arrest and deport on the fucking crime of just not being white enough. Which is racist as fuck, I will remind you. In temporary jails, probably some sort of camps with high concentration of not white people. So we might call those things concentration camps. And it's exactly what Nazi Germany did. Are we okay with this? With America repeating the atrocities of Nazi Germany? And you may think, oh no, she's being hyperbolic. No, I am fucking not. This is complete and utterly literal. Trump himself won't shut up about eugenics. He keeps talking about genes this and genes that, just like Hitler, and he will say, I never read Mein Kampf. Yet double down and tell you it is a good thing he sounds like Hitler. And I haven't even mentioned the abortion issue. Did you know that after the overturn of Roe v. Wade, girls as young as 18 years old have died from having to go through pregnancies, probably caused by sexual assault, mind you, that they could never survive. But trust me, they get younger. There are girls as young as 10 to 13 years old who are now the unhappy poor mothers of babies of the rapists. Because Trump is being a sexist asshole, he does not want to give women autonomy over their own fucking bodies, and these children's death and torment are worth taking that autonomy away from women over. He doesn't give a shit if women have a choice, and less so if they die in the street. Should I talk about the anti-trans bullshittery too? Because now that he is president, he will end hormonal treatment for trans people, children, and adults alike. And mind you, it is a fucking fact that it's a double standard. The US system has no safeguards against hormone therapy for non-trans individuals, including children, because they're not dangerous. They are not fucking dangerous. Not even to children. But do you know what is dangerous? To not give trans people who need that medication, the medication that they need. It isn't rocket science. When you take away people's medication, the issues that the medication is mending are gonna flare up. In the case of trans people, hormone therapy helps alleviate gender dysphoria. And do you know what happens to trans people who suffer from severe gender dysphoria? They gain mental health struggles. Most trans people without their necessary hormone therapy will fall to depression. And statistically speaking, a good chunk of them will die to suicide. Yay! But that is a feature, not a bug, you see. Because Trump wants all queer people to die. And it's easy if you can cut off their supply to happiness and then let them off themselves. This is what this morbid man wants. And who cares? It's the US. It won't bother us in Asia or Europe or wherever you sit and feel you're at a safe distance. But no, America is a superpower, and it is best you don't forget. After Hitler had rounded up the ethnic, the queer, and the Jews in Germany, and he started killing them off in concentration camps, was he satisfied? Did he end it there? Or did he start a fucking world war so he could start purging people he finds icky all across the globe? May I remind you that Trump is on good terms with Putin? Between Russia and America, they might have the most nuclear weapons on Earth. And if they want to fascistically eliminate everyone who isn't white, cishet, Christian on the planet, you can bet they will fucking try. When Donald Trump is done with his little Project 2025, which will amount to several genocides, including the genocide of women, the genocide of queer people, the genocide of trans people, the ethnic cleansing of anyone who isn't white enough, the genocide of non-Christian religions, the genocide of people who disagrees with him, which he has said that he wants to call the police and military on. Not to mention, he's not gonna stop the ongoing genocide in Gaza either. Likely he will partake in it, like every other US president before him. Once he's done committing several human atrocities in his own country, he's coming for us. He will not just kill everyone who is different in his own house and then ignore the Mexicans right next door. And after he kills the Mexicans next door, he's gonna look across the street to Europe and South America and find things to purge there too. He will not hesitate to start the Third World War so he can commit more genocide. It is in fact the next logical step for something as fascist as this. We need to pay close fucking attention to what is going on in the US right now, so we can make the best possible decisions to mitigate as much damage as possible, to save as many lives as possible in the US right now when they are bearing the brunt of this crisis, but also for the rest of the world as it will expand onward. I don't care what or how you plan to help, but get out there, get involved with your local politics and with continental politics of your region. Influence your politicians, make sure we take every fucking precaution so we can save lives and mitigate damage and prevent Nazi America from repeating the atrocities of Nazi Germany. And if we are really lucky, we can get the politicians in the EU and the UN to try and keep America accountable for the atrocities they plan and are already attempting to do. The next 4 years are gonna be rough, but we need to do everything we fucking can, and we all have the power to make a difference. If you want to know more about the insane plans Trump has for us, you can Google Project 2025. We have the whole document on all the atrocities that they are planning to commit. I recommend checking out YouTubers who know more about this stuff than I do, so you can learn about what is going on in America right now. There are links in the description to videos by Social Thought, John Oliver, Jesse Gender, Adam Connor, Some More News, who are all much better at political discourse content than I will ever be. And even though they're just video links, I recommend checking out their channels as a whole. And there will also be a link to the alt-right playbook playlist, which is an analytical series about analyzing the tactics of fascism. Know thy enemy. It is the key to victory. I refuse to just stand by and watch people suffer and die. I refuse. I fucking refuse. And I hope you refuse too. This has been Vox Sereni. And fuck.